Famous telescope Hubble Space Telescope has captured a breathtaking view of a newborn star throwing a tantrum. This beautiful star-forming region was captured by the famous space telescope Hubble, and it resembles a beautiful and spectacular work of art, similar to those done by Picasso and Michelangelo. Countless artists over the ages have tried to capture the beautiful essence of nature in their artwork, but Hubble does that by default. Currently located in the Milky Way, some 1,350 light years from Earth, lies this stunning object that has been given the name Herbig-Aur Jet HH24. This bright splotch in the Orion B molecular cloud complex is a hotspot for newborn stars. It showcases a powerful jet of ionized gas currently being ejected by a young star, colliding with surrounding gas and dust, which is a trait of Herbig-Aur objects. Hubble captured this beautiful image in 2015, and it reveals a newborn star forming within a giant cloud of cloud molecular hydrogen. Such cool hydrogen clouds also tend to collapse due to gravity, forming a thick disk of rotating material around the new star. And as the star gobbles up this superheated material, some of it manages to escape by shooting from the star's poles, eating up any nearby gas to thousands of degrees Fahrenheit. Eventually, this region will settle down enough that planets will likely be born from the disk of material surrounding the young star. This week, between December 4th and 11th, asteroids Vesta and Psyche will be visible. With a waning moon in the sky, one should be able to track asteroids and planets within this week. Mars will rule the evening skies, floating high in Pisces after sunset. The red planet will be bright magnitude at 1 tonight, and it will show an obvious reddish tinge, even without an optical aid. The 14-inch wide disk will continue to shrink throughout the month, so catching it in early December is definitely preferable. If you would like to see the full features of Mars, you'll need a relatively large aperture and perhaps even video capturing technology for the best shot at surface detail. Although the scattered stars of Pisces are dim, 29 degrees east of Mars is magnitude 2.5 Menkar Cetus Alpha star, and the constellation's second brightest. This cool red giant is roughly 80 times the size of the Sun and would stretch all the way out to Mercury if plunked in the middle of our solar system. Menkar's cool surface temperature gives it a red-orange hue. Compare it with Mars to see which has the more obviously red color. Menkar's color comes from the light it produces through fusion, while Mars appears red because of the sunlight reflecting off its rusty, oxidized surface. Jupiter's moons will line up like ducks in a row on December 5th and will offer a unique view after sunset. As soon as darkness begins to fall, our solar system's largest planet will be in the southwest, where it sits above the setting teapot of Sagittarius. To its northeast will be Saturn, which glows a much dimmer magnitude of 0.4 to Jupiter's magnitude of 2.1. You should be able to zoom in on Jupiter to see its moons in a neat line to the planet's northeast. In order from closest to farthest are Europa, Io, Callisto, and Ganymede. In reality, Io orbits closest to the planet, and Callisto orbits farthest away. Their order tonight appears swapped thanks to the effects of projection. The moons will maintain their lineup as Jupiter sinks below the horizon. They'll slide into a similar pattern again on the 19th, when Jupiter and Saturn have nearly reached their upcoming great conjunction. By December 6th, Venus was shining a bright magnitude of -4. In the early morning sky, you can find it in the constellation Libra. The planet rises around 5 a.m. local time and is already 12 degrees high an hour before sunrise each morning. 3.5 degrees west of the planet is Zu Benelgubi, the constellation's brightest star. And also with the naked eye, double, much like our famous Mizar and Alcor in the Big Dipper. The brightest star's fifth magnitude companion is just 4 inches away, closer than Mizar and Alcor, which are nearly 12 inches apart. Venus is currently 90% lit and sits 1.46 astronomical unit from Earth, where 1 astronomical unit is the average Earth-Sun distance. Early December is the best time to view the planet, as its elongation from the Sun will shrink as the weeks go by. By Monday, asteroid 16 Psyche will reach opposition at 3 p.m. This strange potato-shaped object isn't like most asteroids, which are composed of rock. Instead, Psyche is large and metallic and may even be the stripped core of a tiny planet that never was. Its unique composition has made it the target of the upcoming Psyche mission, set to launch in 2022. Psyche has a magnitude of 9.5 GLOW, and if you wait an hour after dark, it will be located close to Taurus the Bull, rising in the east as the sun sets. Use the bright, unmistakably orange-hued Aldebaran as a guidepost. You'll find Psyche just over 6 degrees east of that star. Tuesday, after their close pass yesterday, the Moon and asteroid 4 Vesta are already 5 degrees apart early in the morning. The pair rises in Leo around local midnight and straddles the invisible line connecting Iota, Sigma, Leonis, and creating the lion's back leg. Vesta between magnitude 7 and 8 should be visible with binoculars or a small scope, but might be a bit tricky to find with the Moon so close. Alternatively, you can simply come back to the lines and quarters in a day or two when the Moon will have moved and Vesta will be easier to locate. You should also be able to see the Leo triplet, M65, M66, and NGC 3628. These three will be interacting spiral galaxies, and they lie midway between Chertan, Theta, and Leonis and Iota, and all fall within 1 degree's field of view. Again, you should be able to see these galaxies quite well if the Moon does not interfere. By Wednesday, you will be able to see the circumpolar constellation Camelopardalis. It isn't a camel, but a giraffe. It also contains some great binocular objects worth spending some time watching in the evening. You will be able to see 4 Alpha, Camelopardalis. The young grouping of stars has roughly a dozen members spread across a region between 1 degree and 2 degrees in size. By Thursday, you should be able to see the ice giant Neptune, because it would have reached its statutory point in Aquarius late last month and is now beginning to move eastward against the background stars. Aquarius itself isn't a stunning constellation, but there's a more famous one nearby. Look north to spot Pegasus, the winged horse, whose great square asterism is drawn from the stars Algenib, Markab, Alpharaz, and Skeet. These 4 stars are nearly equal in brightness, making them relatively easy to locate. By Friday, you should be able to see the Geminid meteor shower, and it won't peak for a few more days, but it has been ramping up since the 4th of December, and you may notice an increase in the number of meteors you see each night. And when you get to the rest of the week, just continue to enjoy the spectacular views coming from the night sky. And leave your comments down below and let me know what you have seen. Continue to practice your astronomy. Use your binoculars or just your naked eye. Or use the various applications on your phone. Or buy a telescope and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.